Hi, I'm Jeff Knox, and today we're going to talk about 4 things that you need to know to protect yourself and your family when buying that next house. First, don't overpay for that next house. Here is the only way to get accurate pricing information in the state of Texas. You need to know that Texas is what's called a non-disclosure state. And what that means is Texans are very private. And so we don't like people knowing what we've paid for homes. So the only entity that gets accurate sales information and sold data prices is the local MLS board. When you see an estimate, a value estimation on a third-party portal site like Realtor.com, Zillow, or Trulia, you need to understand that they're not operating off real sold data and facts. So it's simply a guesstimate as to what that house is worth. So you can see why this might hinder your ability to make an accurate offer based on true comps. Second thing you need to know, make sure that your interests are being protected by not, and I repeat, not using the listing agent of the property. And here's why. That listing agent has a duty or responsibility to their client, who is the seller. That responsibility is called the Fiduciary Duty. In fact, in the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics, it plainly states, quote, "Realtors pledge themselves to protect and promote the interest of their client," which in this case is the seller. So as a buyer, there's absolutely no way that you should enlist the services of the listing agent to help represent you, especially now that you know about what's called the fiduciary duty, which gives that agent the sole responsibility to make as much money and negotiate the best terms for their client. Not you, but the seller. Third thing you need to know, and this is a big one, make sure that you never waive the right to terminate that contract. So the most advantageous clause in the Texas real estate sales contract for a buyer is located in paragraph 23 and titled the Termination Option. This Termination Option section allows a home buyer to pay a small fee while conducting reasonable and necessary inspections on a property to make sure that they don't find any issues. The home buyer can then go back to the seller and negotiate for needed repairs or money in lieu of repairs, or simply walking away from the contract without incurring any penalty at all. Certainly be sure that you familiarize yourself with paragraph 23 and the termination option portion of the Texas real estate contract. Number 4, make sure that the agent you choose to represent you is following Texas state law. So that you are aware, Texas state law dictates that any licensed real estate holder present a document called Information About Brokerage Services to any client or prospective client at first meaningful contact. This document, titled Information About Brokerage Services, does not bind you to use that agent. It does not bind you to purchase a home. As a buyer or seller, you should definitely make sure you're being represented according to Texas state law. So upon purchasing that new house, these are 4 things that I definitely feel like you need to be aware of. If I can be of any additional help to you in your home search, please feel free to call me, 972-342-0000.